little sipping and shit.
It's going? Yeah? Oh, really? That was a little wine ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
From who? What's your name?
You know the vibes. Cody on the track. Wait,
Cody.
what?
That's Cody, and I'm Andres. So if
We
you
back.
guys didn't know, now you know. And you have to say it with the R. Can't be like Andres. It has to be
That has an R in it. Andres.
Andres.
Okay.
You have to roll your R's.
So kind of
if
like
you can't. You
so
can't
kind of
say
like
my name.
underwear.
It's like, anyways, before actually we get started really fast, you already know the vibes. I was about to say wine. Sir over here is drinking wine, so I mean, if we have little wine drinkers out here, whip that little bottle out, that big bottle.
Yep.
Your little glass. But for my baddies, if you smoke a little bit, babe. Whatever, not injecting. We don't do that here. Take out your weed. Take out your paraphernalia and do it with us.
Yep. Not me. Just drinking. I do want to make a note, though. I literally said last week, I think I'm going to I'm sober.
I was going to bring that up.
And I have been saying for like the last week, I'm like, I think I'm going to quit drinking. I just got the urge today after I got off work. I'm like, like a nice bottle of white wine.
I think it's been like half a week since we last went out, like
yeah.
a week and a half. Barely.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to drink like that. I'm afraid to drink like that.
I think that's a normal night out for me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like past Friday.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah, you didn't commit. It's okay. It's really hard for us to do that here. Apparently, like, for example, I went to the shop and I picked up some new stuff. Speaking of, this is not sponsored, I wish.
Not yet.
But I have some high supplies of the brand, you guys. I got some sugar wax, 1 gram, and it's called Green Line OG. It's a hybrid because, best of both worlds over here. And, we're at 75% THC, but I think that's a lie because honestly, it's at like 80-something. Are they fucking around?
Fucking cats, bro.
The gatos,
always on some shit.
The gatos are going at it again. What's her name again?
Ivy.
Fucking Ivy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Stop. I know. I don't even want to go home right away because my child is in heat. So it's like I'm avoiding her right now. Yeah, because she's like basically, fuck me.
Is she not fixed?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah. Both my cats are fixed. I never had to deal with that.
Oh, God. Yesterday I was like yelling at her when I was going to sleep. It was like I kept waking up because I kept slipping in and out of weed comas, of course.
Sponsored by Dare.
Yeah, no, we don't do. Remember, they failed us. Hashtag you suck. But I kept slipping in and out of weed comas. Every time I would wake up, this bitch would be like, yeah.
Yeah, I know what it's like. I've been around cats in heat, and it's like, what the fuck?
But yes, let's take our dab. I'm gonna do my little ASMR thingy, but it's a little bit more special because last week I had that fucking Delta 8 crap. Oh my goodness! If you're smoking that, stop, please. Like, get some CBD at least. Like, no. And at least until there's more research on this Delta 8, because I just feel it just came out of the fucking blue, and people are like, okay, like me, like it gets me high, sure. Right. What is it, 2 grams for $40? Oh,
that's okay. What I mean too. They did kind of hook you on that, and you could buy it anywhere too. Mm-hmm. I mean, because for me, when I was smoking, I was like the type of person where I was like, I don't really want to have to like hit up a person, and I also didn't want to go to dispensaries because it was like so expensive, and I'm cheap as fuck. So then I was like, oh, this works perfect. There's a liquor store right across the street. I can just go there and get it. So it's like the convenience factor you pay for it. Or you don't even pay for it. It's the convenience factor that's part of it, too, a little bit.
That's what I was going to say, but like that should also keep you thinking or at least wondering, oh, my God, it's so convenient that it's just at a fucking gas station or 7-Eleven. Sure. Like, what, shouldn't this be like regulated or something?
Yeah. I don't know if they have it at 7. I never seen it at a 7-Eleven.
No, like, I know, but like little, like that little liquor nearby.
Yeah,
because the one near my corner, at least where I live, they have it there too, and then like the next block and the next block. So, yeah, don't do Delta 8. Anyways, let me cook my dab, but I mean, I guess we can start off with like how you been while my thing goes.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
How you been, Cody?
It's been a pretty normal week for me. I just been on the job hunt. I think we're kind of both on the job hunt right now a little bit. With the warehouse closing down and everything. But that's pretty much what I've been fully focused on. Like literally just like trying to get into a professional state of mind and like shit like that. Yeah, how about you though? Anything new?
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, my dab's ready, so let's do that first. But yeah, fucking warehouse. Some good times there though. Give me a second.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even tell you guys. I think I didn't. That tastes really good. So yeah, I got a Puffco. Oh my god. That bitch was expensive, let me tell you. But I work like 6 days out of the week, so it kind of paid for it, you know, with my stress and all that stuff. It like balances out, you know. I'm less bitchy when I'm high. I think you've noticed that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like on the edge of a panic attack whenever I'm high, so that's part of why I stopped too.
My fucking week has been crazy.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked, Cody. Yeah, because last week we were told that, well, I was told that my time at the warehouse would be getting cut shorter, much shorter than expected. And like, as soon as I received that news, though, like an hour prior to that, I was given the reassurance that was not going to be the case. I wasn't going to be scared looking for a job, you know, 2 weeks before Christmas. But, you know, CEOs, you know how they are. They got to make decisions, and I didn't make the cut.
Right.
I'm like a temporary worker, so it's like, but temporary, but they kept my ass when they let the other bitches go. They kept me and my good sister, so we're still hustling it there. Let me take this dab.
Yeah, that's facts. There is some good temps there that stayed longer than other ones because, you know how it be.
Lazy motherfuckers. But yeah. Besides like looking for the the job and shit, I mean, they told me that I can work in one of the other places, so that's nice. Yeah. I won't say much about that because, you know, I'm doing what I'm doing right now. But
I mean, it's 2021, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do?
It was still good though to know that I'll at least have a job. I mean, during the week, like in the weekend, I made a surprise, I guess, appearance at, I'm trying not to cough. I made a surprise appearance back at one of the gigs I worked at Tesla, and that was nice. I saw a familiar face. I hope I could pronounce his name right. Stepan.
That's a name?
Yeah, it's like, I forgot. He's from a different, I know his family's from a different
country.
Like
stipend? Like a stipend or something?
Fuck, but he calls himself Steve, if you can't say. Okay. But I know how to pronounce your name, Steve, I swear.
Right.
But yeah, that was awesome seeing him again. And then it was a good shift because they were like, oh, if you want to work here, you can. And I was like, fuck yeah, because I was high the whole morning. And none of you guys said a thing, so that's good.
Right.
They don't. If your employer doesn't say anything when they know you're baked, but you're still doing your job, you stay there.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's like a thing though. It's like, you know, if you're there, you show up and you do the work, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna get the occasional, like, obviously other coworkers like, oh my god, he's high at work. Oh no.
I mean, there's certain people like me that I could never imagine doing that for the most part, because I would like it would be like a panic attack. But yeah, for certain people, I mean, certain people probably function just better. Like, you know,
like, I mean, like driving. Another thing. So yeah, I mean, like last week I didn't want to talk about it because I was a little scared. I think I can now that I've whipped up a narrative. Probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, I was like basically running for my life after I kind of like accidentally. Okay, so I was being sandwiched then, you guys can imagine that shit. It's very stressful.
We've all been there.
Nobody wanted to let me pass, and I was like, oh, for reals? So I sped up, like thinking I had ample space and room and time and all that, but I had none of those things. And my
miscalculation.
The right side of my mirror, my car, what is it, the side mirror?
Yeah, side mirror.
I'm a little high. It broke off.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. The jury's still out there, but I know like the car that happened to be next to me at the time, he seemed upset, but there was nothing wrong with his car. I know that for a fact. So I don't know why he started like they, them. I don't know what their pronouns are actually. My bad.
Yep. Come on. What are you doing?
They started like kind of going after me, and I was very scared. So I just kept driving because I'm like, wait, what? Like I didn't do nothing to your car. My car is the one that like the fucking side view mirror was literally hanging from the wires. And I'm like, that's my shit to deal with. That's not your shit, buddy. Like, your car didn't get fucked. Your car's fine. Yeah, I kept driving, tried losing him, blah, 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 XYZ. And he started recording me, so that stressed me out. And that's why I was very stressed last Tuesday, because I was just on edge thinking about it. Even having my car parked across the street, I was like, oh my God, they're going to find me or something. I mean, who knows? You know, knock on wood. Hopefully they don't get me or whatever, but...
Oh, there's bigger fish to fry, too.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, damn. Like, and a lot of crazy stuff happens here. That's not the first time, too, though. But this time, I'm not even going to say that. It wasn't my fault. So, yeah, I was just trying to get by. I was trying to get home. But anyways, that was that. That was fucking crazy. And I'm glad that's over with. I've been driving very nice now to people. I've actually been trying to manage my emotions in general, because I'm like, maybe I get angry fast. Yeah, so
that's good.
It's been working for the most part, except today everything started to fall apart towards the end of the day. Like, I was just being tested. And you were kind of at fault, because when we were at work,
oops.
Yeah, and I was printing out my last batch, actually, and I'm gonna refill the paper. Grab the paper and I put it in the printer, and I can't put it in the printer because it's not all facing the same way, and it's all separated, because whoever fucking printed it out,
that wasn't me.
Yeah, whoever printed it out and brought it back did not, clump it together and like.
Wait, if you're actually thinking that was me,
dead ass.
No, it wasn't me, because all the paper that I had printed, I put in directly. I didn't put anything in that box.
Okay, so well, whoever the fuck did it.
I did press print but I left from the printer. So whoever gathered that paper, shout out to them for messing it up.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was Gizmo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was strike one, and then the strike 2 and 3 happened at the same time. So I tried changing the fucking label maker. First of all, I didn't even know both of them. So the label maker went out, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So then I look, it ran out, and I was like, okay, great. So the person that did the thing before me was selfish, didn't want to change it. I totally get that.
Wasn't me.
I do that, but that still should not happen to me. It should be changed already. That's ridiculous. Right. So that was strike number 2. I couldn't put it in, and that's not what they said, but I could not put that in there. Yeah. And it was printing out blanks. So that was strike 2.5. Then strike 3 was also when the other labels ran out too at the same time, and I didn't even know until the good homie actually told me that, oh, it's out too. Like, you have to change all 3 of them.
Right.
And I was like, oh. So I was mad, and that was at the end of the day already, and I was already stressing out because I had to do those batches, and I like to take my time while I do these things. Yeah. So I was getting stressed out with that. What else? Because I'm rambling now. It's the weed.
Yeah.
Fuck. My Puffco. This shit was like dying on me too. When I got here at your place, and I don't know why it wasn't turning on. I had to like restart it, hold it for 20 seconds. What the fuck? The other thing I remember now, while I was driving over here, oh my God.
Oh shit.
People were driving for like, so they would see like all the cars were passing in front of us, and they were going so slow. But when I wanted to go a little bit faster to pass them, they wanted to speed the fuck up. Okay. So I just turned on my high beams. Anytime that kept happening, I just left them on. And then when that person would leave, I would turn them off, because what did the person do in front of me? Nothing. Right. So yeah, it's just been a good time. But now we're good here. So I think that's what I've been doing this
Chopping
week,
it up. Yeah, well, damn, it sounds like a lot has gone on, and most of that stuff sounds like it has happened today. Crazy.
Yes and no.
Except for the mirror thing, which is
that was like
in the past. It's in the past.
Speaking of in the past, my goofy ass also wants to, say oopsie sorries if I was talking shit last week and then like applied. If the shoe fit, maybe I'm sorry because maybe I didn't have all the facts, so my bad. But now that I do, still fuck you because
oh shit.
We're gonna bring up that topic later, but I think it's it's ghosting.
Right.
No bueno. But anyways, I think. Did you want to get started on?
Yeah, let's hop into the agenda. We're getting official here. We're first episode was kind of all over the place, introducing ourselves, kind of just getting the shit figured out, the audio. But now, we sat here, we got a little agenda down, we got some topics. So yeah, let's hop into it.
Yeah,
I don't remember what was the first thing? Was it the Twitter thing?
Talk about Twitter.
Okay, so recent news. I mean, I guess not too. I guess I don't even know when it broke, but it was like last week, I think, sometime late last week, maybe after the last podcast. But so I'll pull up the article. Twitter had actually suspended a couple of accounts. So one of them, the first one was at Nancy Tracker. So this is they banned a popular account highlighting Nancy Pelosi stock trades.
Why?
I just thought this was really interesting. So as far as like, let's see. So basically, I'll just talk about first. This was an account. This was an account that was basically tweeting about information about Nancy Pelosi and people in her family's trades that are it's all public information. And I'm gonna be honest here, I don't have the full 100% story on this. I just have from what I've heard and the little bit of research that I've done in the beginning. But so this could have been a rightful ban, this one, because I think that a little bit, what I had actually thought before I actually read articles about it was like, I think that you can create some type of bot accounts to literally just post automatically when a trade goes live, post what that trade is. So before I even actually looked into the story a little bit more, I thought maybe that's what it was, where it was like, it was literally like as soon as a trade happened within certain parameters of either, you know, her name, her stock account or whatever, it went live on Twitter. So I thought that maybe that's why they banned it, because they were trying to cut down on bot use. ASMR. But that's not what happened. I mean, it's not what happened. Reading these tweets now, I mean, it's a real person that's making these tweets.
With no life? Oh my goodness.
They could have a life, they could not have a life. But I think what caught my attention here, so I had heard about this one and the Ghislaine Maxwell trial tracker account, which I'm going to get into a little bit more after this, at the same exact time. So the pairing of these and the idea that there was also a new CEO at Twitter, Jack Dorsey, left.
I heard about
so
that.
There's a lot of information, and the new CEO did make the point that they were for more censorship, in a sense. I don't know the exact
do you mean
wording
by that? Let me see. But
they were in favor of censoring certain types.
I don't like that because not to cut you off.
No, yeah. What you gotta say?
Literally on fucking Instagram, they already do it. They censor my ass so bad, and it's like I say actual, real, true things like I said fuck men and took my shit down. Anytime
I disagree with that, but I don't think that it should be taken down.
Yeah, like another thing I said was like men are trash, or like if I say anything in regards to men, I shit you not, it's like flagged and like taken down. I don't know for what, but it's like, what else? Like, I would think useless. I swear it was. And it's like funny things though. Like, right. I think one was like it was construction workers, and it said men at work, and I was like, men where? Like, what the fuck? You guys are so used. Like, why do you need a sign? Like, it was just some dumb shit like that. But it's like, why would you take that down? Like, there's a lot of things that could be and should be taken down. Yeah, in my opinion. Yep. That's like the least of your worries is calling out men for like what they are.
Yeah, well, I can't fully agree with you there, but I mean, the thing with me is like, I think, and I go back to this idea of a slippery slope so much, and it pops up in all these different thoughts that I always have, is like that's just such a slippery slope when you start banning and censoring people's thoughts and ideas and all that, and you can make the argument that some people's thoughts and ideas should be censored and banned. But I just think that once you get the power to do that, I don't know. It's like the idea of people that have that type of power just start to overly flex their muscles in a sense, in ways that it's not always right. Like, I don't know. So
I mean, I wonder what they would censorship if they ever did, because like a lot of stuff gets posted on Twitter. Like, for example, OnlyFans stuff. Yeah. Would they censor that?
Well, I mean, something that I do want to get into in the future, I know we talked about it before, but like a lot of the stuff with the vaccines and with COVID, I think that's really where a lot of people
get filtered out,
started seeing censorship and started really talking about it. I mean, YouTube especially.
But like good too, because some of it is fake news that should be like not
sure. But also it's like medical doctors getting censored, and like there's some and I do plan.
God, fuck me.
I do plan on getting more information on this because I want to be informed about this when I talk about it. But that's where the whole censorship thing started to like stick out to me a little bit. And then this Nancy Pelosi thing, that was just a little weird to me because it felt like the social media people protecting I don't know, elites. I mean, I'm not a Nancy Pelosi. I'm not a Nancy Pelosi fan at all. This bitch is grimy as fuck.
I don't know much about her, but I like
she's
AOC.
Fake. I don't. I mean, she's fake as fuck too. But I mean, we can get into that.
I don't think so.
So look, let's just why
no, she's a little fake.
No. So I just want to talk about this one tweet, and I don't have enough information to have a good conversation about that
exactly because AOC is good. I think at least. I mean, no, she's not because I have other friends that I follow on social media, and they're very like opinionated with that.
Yeah.
But like they even attack her, so I'm like, oh shit! Like, is anyone really safe?
Like, okay, I really don't want to dive deep into this.
Like, no one has clean hands, obviously.
100%. This is a whole other conversation, but I just feel like there's a lot of hypocrisy in all of politics. I'm not going to say that's to one side or the other, but like something that really was crazy to me. It was like, what's her fucking face? Cortez, AOC goes to the Met Gala, which is a place full of a bunch of elites wearing a dress that says "Tax the Rich," surrounded by rich people.
She could have read the room, but I think.
Come on, yeah, exactly. Like, but I really don't want to get into that because that is
all rich people. Like they should be taxed.
Exactly, yeah, and I agree with that. I 100% agree. But I mean,
so you agree? Then you should tax the rich.
Of course, the rich should be taxed just like everybody else. I mean, honestly, I think that a good friend of mine pointed this out, that there should be like a standardized tax among all people. But the loophole is what makes it weird, and I don't know. I don't know enough about that to have a conversation but I want to circle back to the Nancy Pelosi thing just real quick, because there's one tweet that came up in this article.
She said hi.
That
oh my God, white people.
I live next to an Italian restaurant. There's parking lot, so yeah, there's lots of white people, probably Italian, presumably. But anyways,
yeah. Sorry, sidetrack again. I'm high, but I'm also about to be tipsy. But this is like really city as fuck where you live, so yeah,
facts.
I get those vibes.
Yeah, big vibes. But okay, this is a tweet right here that shows the annualized returns for the best investors of the world, and this is just
what
straight up
mean
weird.
For people that don't know,
annualized returns is like the percentage of returns on your money that you have invested in the stock markets.
Okay, I mean, who's on there?
So a lot of these people I don't really know. Walter Schloss, people may know who that is. 15.3% return. Bill Ackman. I'm assuming that if they're on the list, they're very well known people. Bill Ackman, 16.9%. Warren Buffett. I mean, I'm sure you know who Warren Buffett is.
No,
you don't know?
That?
Okay. Warren Buffett is a very well-known investor who's been he's been like, I know who Warren, and a lot of people, he's like big on like fundamental trading, like Coca-Cola, like big companies that are just known to like have over long-term returns. Like,
so is this a good list or?
Yeah, this is a good list. Yeah. Warren Buffett, 20% return. George Soros. Oh, that's an interesting name. You probably don't know anything about George Soros, but I know all about George Soros. Lots of conspiracy theories about George Soros. That motherfucker. 20% return. Peter Lynch. Don't know that name exactly. I feel like I've heard of it.
I know David Lynch.
29% return. Medallion Fund, which is, I'm assuming, some big, maybe like, it's a fund, obviously. 66% return. Nancy Pelosi has a 69% return. Like an annual.
So that's good, right?
Warren Buffett is one of the most well-known long-term, like you invest your money with his foundation, you buy into his fund, and your money is safe to grow. 20% return, that's a good return. Nancy Pelosi, 69%. That's an amazing return, but this bitch is a politician. So that's where
get more or what?
That's where it starts to get weird. I mean, she knows what's going on inside of the government.
Oh, so that's why it's weird that
it's like exactly. It's like inside, and I don't know specifics about this. I don't know enough to speak fully about this.
But then it would be good because then she's in the government. She knows what's up. Then at least
that's insider trading is illegal though.
Yeah, well, so fucking what? It's good. If it's bad, then I would understand. Sorry, I'm like a Robin Hood bitch type of person. You know, you have to understand that. Like,
you're Robin Hood at the rich. This bitch is a fucking
Take away from the rich,
dirty politician, and she's using insider information to. No, she's not. She's enriching herself. She's not helping people.
Not helping us.
No,
why did you say all that was good? Then I'm very confused.
I'm saying that those people's returns, they're very well-known people in the investing world. Those are amazing returns. 20% annualized return on your money is a great return. She is not an investing. You can't invest your money in Nancy Pelosi's stock fund and grow your own money. This is her returns on her investments. Almost 70% return. That's fucking insane. So the whole thing with that was like Twitter banned this account that was apparently posting her and people close to her and I guess her family's public like trade information.
Yeah,
just really weird.
Business. Like if it's already online, you're weird. Like,
but why are you but why ban them?
Why post it?
But why? But what gives you the right to ban them?
But why?
It's public information.
Okay, if it's public information, then it's already public.
Okay.
You're being weird.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or no, I see what you're doing. I mean, I don't see what you're saying because I see what you're doing here.
What do you mean? I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying.
I don't know if there was any reason. Maybe more information will come out. Maybe more information is out that I don't have about this story.
Yeah, I don't know shit. So,
but
save for like next time.
We'll save it for next time.
Obviously, update next time. Yeah,
this could be updated.
And that's what you had to say about it, right?
That's pretty much what I had to say. But I just thought it was very weird that this. You say what you will about Nancy Pelosi. I mean, some people maybe love her. A lot of people fucking hate her. But it's just weird that this Twitter account gets banned. But I do want to move on. I did mention the Ghislaine Maxwell trial tracker account. So this one was a little more weird because this was a trial tracker Twitter account providing Ghislaine Maxwell trial updates, and it was suspended. So this one, I looked at the tweets that they were posting. Like I said, with the Nancy Pelosi one, they were a little more personalized. Like a person was literally talking like, oh, like, you know, what are we doing now, Nancy? Like, oh, look what Nancy did, yada, yada. Like they infused their personality in a little bit. This one was just straightforward information about the Maxwell trial. Like I'll read some of the tweets. So for example, Kate has been called in as a witness. She met Maxwell through a boyfriend in Paris. Kate is a former musician and singer. The jury is in. The next tweet, Kate met Epstein at Maxwell's townhouse and gave him a massage. Kate discloses that Epstein enjoyed the massage. These are like live updates of what's happening in the trial right now. No personality really infused in them. This is just like straightforward raw information coming out of the trial. And their whole idea about this account was like, the mainstream media isn't covering this trial very much, so we're going to put out information about it. We're just going to put out straightforward information, and they really aren't, which is crazy. So
there is a funny, sorry, not to cut you off, but there is a funny tweet that, for those that watch it, why isn't there like a Gossip Girl account for this case? And I'm like, that's so true. Why isn't the media talking about this? Pedophiles, these nasty ass shit.
This is a real life conspiracy theory.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a conspiracy because conspiracies are like
sure, but like
I think this is actually real. Like,
well, no, but
it happened.
Yeah, but before this came out to the public and like you talked about something like this, people would be like, "You're fucking crazy." They got an island where they bring politicians and they compromise them with young girls, and they got this one guy that's running the whole thing. He's got his girlfriend that's with him, like crazy. So, but what I do want to say about this one is they did in the article that I found, which is from heavy.com. Breaking news. You know, I'm not going to say anything about this source too crazy or not because I never heard about it, but they do have direct tweets pulled from them and everything. So this seems like good information. The suspension letter from Twitter to the account read, and I quote, "You may not use Twitter's services in a manner intended to artificially amplify or suppress information or engage in behavior that manipulates or disrupts people's experience on Twitter. Note that if you attempt to evade a permanent suspension by creating new accounts, we'll suspend your new accounts, worded, yada, yada." Very smartly worded, but it still doesn't make sense. I mean, they're not infusing their personality in these tweets. They're not saying, "Oh, this dirty bitch," yada, yada, like speaking out of like unprofessional.
They're showing information I think that people do want to know, but that is affecting someone's Twitter experience too.
I guess,
that's
but
why
I mean,
said it was smartly worded because they got him.
Sure, I guess, but I mean, is people's Twitter experience always great? I mean, like I said about Twitter last week, Twitter's like a mental asylum. I mean, come on, let's be honest. So it's like these people are just using Twitter for basically what it was to be used for. I mean, I feel like a lot of news sources
share information.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of news people use Twitter to share news and stuff like that.
Fucking high. Like I'm looking up, like it's so bad. I've never.
So that's pretty much what I had to say about that. This one I felt a little more comfortable with talking about the Nancy Pelosi thing. I think Nancy Pelosi is a dirty bitch, honestly. So that's a little more of my.
You just want to say that.
That's a little bit of my personality infused into that. But this one feels like, I mean, if you read these tweets from these people, it's literally just straightforward information about what witnesses are literally saying, who they're bringing up. It's very straightforward information, which needs to be disseminated to people, honestly. I mean, it does. Because actually, if you get this news on traditional media sources, it's probably not going to be as straightforward because those motherfuckers are they infuse their own narratives and things. It has to fit into their narrative. So, I don't know. I think this is probably a better way to get the information, but they got suspended. So, I don't know. Interesting conversation to be had around censorship in total, but we could save that for another time. That was kind of like a current event thing that I wanted to talk about a little bit. But I know that I don't know how much you know exactly, but I know that you were listening to a podcast about the whole Ghislaine Maxwell thing. Maybe you have a little bit of more information about the trial than I do, what's going on with it. So I don't know if you have any updates or anything you want to say about that.
I mean, the one I've been listening to is True Anon. I think that's how they say it. And I thought it was like True Anon, but no, you're saying it wrong. It honestly is very entertaining to listen to. I don't think like they're like funny on purpose, but it just comes out a little bit.
Yeah.
But from what I've gathered, I think she's guilty. She was his partner.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're gonna like what is, I don't know the terminology for this shit, but the defense lawyer, right?
Yeah.
The one defending her, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Defense,
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo.
Defense
attorney. So yeah, this bitch, she's very ruthless towards the victims. She's like trying to paint a picture, saying it because they were drugged out and all this stuff.
And that is her job. We'll just say.
Well, yeah, but also
is her job. But still.
No, well, not but still, because they obviously were drugged out because these motherfuckers were drugging them to take them to these places. Like, right. Obviously, yeah. Come on, bitch. Like, who are you trying to fool?
Yep.
So I don't know. I think with her being already like that, not giving a fuck. Clearly, she has to defend that bitch. She's going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah. From
what I've been listening to. I think I'm on day 5, and right now they're on day 10, so I'm not caught up that much with it. But I really am interested to keep listening. Because...
I mean, this is crazy fucking trial. I mean, there's a lot of big names. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of big political and financial names
like
involved in this.
I thought it was crazy, like that thing. Kevin Spacey thing. How they said he wasn't. Let me actually confirm that, because I think that's bad. If it's not true.
Yeah, I mean,
I would believe it though.
I know Bill Clinton is one for sure, 100%. I mean, he flew on the plane like 20 to 30 times. I've heard Bill Gates in conversation, which is crazy because
didn't they divorce?
They did.
Imagine they divorced also because of that.
I mean, it could have been. I'm sure Bill Gates had a side bitch or something. I mean, he's a rich old dude. I mean, they all got side bitches probably.
Oh yeah, so Kevin Spacey was in there in that black book.
And I mean, there's probably. I know that their whole agenda with this. And this is sort of talking about out my ass, but sort of not, was just to compromise people to push their own agenda and things that they wanted to get done. So they have these videos of people fucking underage girls or whatever, and they're like, well, if you don't do this, then, we'll release this information, we'll release this video, so we have you in our pocket, we own you type of. That's what I took from it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in general with them trying to, like, bury it, and I kind of got sidetracked earlier, I fucking, like, blanked out. They're like trying to, if she actually gets cleared or whatever, then they're normalizing pedophilia,
yep,
grooming, and it's nasty, and it's like it's already a cycle in so many people's lives, and it's weird to even see that. I mean, I think that's why for me too, it's weird to see and hear the case and it be like the people trying to justify what happened, saying like they weren't groomed. The victims weren't actually victims because in some places they were of age, of consent, and I'm like, that's bullshit, because you're still grooming them to do things that they wouldn't have normally done prior to meeting you. So I don't know. I think that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking weird.
Well, just to close that up too, just one more thing to say is like a lot of these people were in the entertainment business, so they had these people had.
Like, imagine
ties.
all these movie stars too that have probably been through that.
That's what I mean. It's like, you know, if you say like, oh well, we can connect you with certain people, we can push your career forward, but you have to do these certain things for us. So it's like you feel obligated, and then they do a couple things for you. They get you in a certain place. You feel obligated to like stay connected with them, to do what they say, because now they sort of hold this weight over your career, the way that you make your money and make your living. So it's like, it's just a very crazy situation, this whole thing.
Yeah, for sure. I think he did obviously hold that shit over people's heads.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the people, like not the neighbors, one of the fucking drivers, I think, that would drive him around with the girls. I think they gave him like a good amount of money to like buy property, to I think he even stole from what how do you fucking say his name? Epstein.
Jeffrey.
And
Jefferson. Whatever.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is like they made him look like a good person because it seemed like he loaned the money instead of like reporting him. So that was like another thing that they were getting in the trial. So they're making, I guess, the people look bad, the victims. Like, yeah. They're really going at them.
Right. Well, and I mean, like I said, that's their job as a defense attorney, so you can say what you will. That is their job, and true or false, they're gonna bring up dirty things about them. But, I mean, overall, this bitch is fucking gross. I think she deserves a rot in prison. I mean, I think it's unfortunate that they killed Jeffrey Epstein. I think that they killed him. Himself? I don't think he killed himself.
How was he found or whatever?
He was found suicide, but I mean that's a whole nother conversation too. Hey, yo, this is not gonna work out. There's too much shit going on up here. This is Daisy. Yeah, so that's a whole nother conversation. But I feel like we should put a cap on this for now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was just a little update about. It started with a Twitter account getting banned, crazy. And then the whole trial.
Listen to TrueAnon too if you want to hear that podcast or the updates, because oh my god, I think they're updating it daily. So
right, there's just two people that I really don't know much about the trial at all. He's a little more informed.
I'm just not fucking caught up that much.
He's a little more informed because he listened to the podcast. Right, actually, I'm gonna have to check out the podcast, but like, it's just opinions on it. And I mean, yeah, check out that podcast if you want to learn more, because I do think that it's important to stay up to date with this case, because there's a lot of big names involved in this thing, and it's a real life.
And you're wrong too if you fucking go with pedophilia and
you're fucking
nasty
wrong.
Shit, nasty bitches.
Just wrong. Okay, what was next on the thing? What do we get into?
I mean, I think a topic that came up, I think you brought it up, was comedy.
Yeah.
How it's subjective, right?
Like, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to. I don't know. We started talking about comedy earlier.
Kind of talking and then kind of arguing because, yeah, I don't.
Very true.
I think
I'm a big fan of comedy right now. I mean, I just think comedy is like one of the last places where you can fully express yourself, in a sense. And comedy also points out so many things that people are uncomfortable talking about, but when you flip it into something that gets laughs and you find the right way to do it, you're gonna be wrong sometimes.
But what are you trying to get at, though? I'm confused, because you're saying like, comedy, they're saying like the truth to it. It's still wrong in some cases, like, and you shouldn't say it. I don't know, because it's not like that. Okay, see, like for Dave Chappelle's head ass. Him with that whole transgender stuff. Like, what has he done after the fact, after all that? Because
did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it, and I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
about
his whole act was about a transgender comic that he befriended and started. He platformed her, he helped her get places and shows. I mean, he said he loved this.
I think I read.
I think it was a guy that transitioned to a girl, or a girl. It was one or the other. But I mean, he's not a hateful guy. He's just. He's a comic. He points out funny things, or things that, it could be funny to some people, could be funny not to some people, but whatever. But that whole special thing was ridiculous to me, because most people that were talking shit about that probably didn't even watch the special. I mean, you have to watch it to know what you're talking about. You can't poll. And my issue is, You can't pull a quote from a comedy special or something, or a comedy act, and take it as someone's actual serious viewpoints. Dave Chappelle's a little different because his comedy style is a little preachy, and like
if you're joking about it though, you're obviously agreeing with it.
No, not 100%. What are you talking about? I mean, there's comics that joke about pedophilia. Though, there's comics that joke about 9/11, terrorism. It's all to get a laugh. In the end, comedy is to, and there's such thing as shock comedy, like, oh my God, I can't believe that person just fucking said that. That's the type of comedy. I think that's funny because I know that you don't actually mean what you're saying. You're just trying to get at the end of the day, comedy is to just try and get a laugh out of somebody. So it's like, sometimes you're going to say some shit that's totally fucked up that you don't believe in at all, obviously. I mean, like, one of my favorite comics is Mark Normand. If you listen to his act is a lot of crazy things also, but a lot of very funny things. Like, he'll talk about, like, there's like some kids over there on a bike. Anybody else hard? Like, some left field shit, but it's like in the moment shit where it's like, it gets a laugh because it's like so out of the park. Obviously this guy is just trying to make you laugh because that's his job. He's a comedian.
I don't know.
No, I do. It's okay if you don't know it that much.
Maybe he does like that, and that's why he said it.
I don't know. Maybe he does, but I don't think he does.
There's always a little truth.
He has a wife. He has kids, or a kid. Okay, maybe a kid. Maybe not. I could be lying.
Pedophiles do that too, motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean,
taking another dab, by the way. Yeah, no, I think. Yeah, I mean, earlier, I think I still stand by what I said to a certain extent that comedy, you shouldn't be attacking people, though, like, in regards to, like, their genitalia and all that shit. At least, I think. I think everything, I don't know, I think everything else is free, free, like, I think making jokes about sexuality, I don't know, like, what would you make fun of about that, you get me?
I think nothing is out of bounds with comedy.
I don't know. I think it's also how you say it, too. And then him coming off as like, oh, I'm not going to take back what I said. Like, I'm not sorry. Okay, well, at least, I don't know.
When you listen to comedy, I mean, you just have to understand the context. Like, these people, what they're saying, you can't take it overly seriously. I mean, like I said,
I don't think it's taking it serious though, because him being as big as he is and knowing what platform he has, the
whole platform thing, sure.
Still, you know what you're doing, and he knows that a good amount of people still feel that way, anyways, towards trans people. Like,
I just feel like you have to watch the special though.
Maybe I will, but I'm not. Yeah, I could give it a shot because obviously I have nothing to lose. Shit, I'm not.
And that's how I feel about a lot of people. But
still, like, for the people that would get affected by it, I would see why, because like people are poking fun at them.
Yeah, but I feel like this guy in the end all be all. I mean, all these people talking shit about him, they don't know him truly as a person. They just know him from his act. They know him from what the funniest part is they know him from what other people have said about his act. They read words about his act. You don't even watch the full special. You don't know the true intent. I mean, I mean, if you watched it, I'm going to spoil the ending of his thing.
Oh no.
The trans person,
what happened?
I wish I could say he or she. I don't remember exactly what. I think it was a girl, a guy that transitioned to a girl.
Oh, okay. So
I'm pretty sure, but she ended up killing herself.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and he was like getting very emotional about this because he said he loved this girl. He was helping her out with her comedy career. So it's like this guy isn't a hateful person. He's just a comedian. I mean, he's just pointing things out that are funny in culture, and you can think they're funny. You can think they're not funny. That's your opinion.
Why would people working at Netflix though walk out?
Because they're a bunch of woke fucking, I don't know. I mean, they're a bunch of woke motherfuckers. And I'm glad the Netflix CEO stood up for free speech and free thought.
I think, yeah, he did do that.
He did.
I mean, he didn't take away freedom of speech, so I guess good for him.
Yeah.
But
I stick by that shit 100% too.
Didn't
free
he
thought,
fire them though,
speech.
Or something? Because they
I don't
know.
If
he did, that's technically not allowing free speech too.
I don't necessarily know with that information. I don't think that he ended up firing them. I think that they might have just come back, or I mean, they might have just fucking left. Honestly, they might have just been like, "Well, we don't like this company yet. We're gonna go work for some other woke ass fucking company like Twitter or some bullshit." So yeah, I don't know. That with the whole comedy thing, I feel like I could talk about that for hours, really.
Yeah, I don't think.
But I think we can just.
I don't think you should be hurting people's feelings to make other people laugh. You can make people laugh in millions other ways, and that's coming from me too.
Well, my argument remains: if you go into comedy, you need to expect that some shit is going to be said that could be taken offensively. I mean, you're not going to comedy for someone to directly speak on something that would hurt your feelings. Like,
I don't know, then that's fucking weird and boring. I think that's boring. Then if I'm gonna go into a fucking show,
then don't go to their show.
Well, yeah. Now I don't want to go to comedy shows because, like, oh, why am I gonna go to a fucking comedy show then?
And that's totally okay because there is people that want to go to comedy shows that don't give a fuck about their feelings getting hurt. Fun. You know, some people are just pansy bitch. I'll be honest, some people are just pansy bitches.
And I think there's more successful comedians though, probably
for sure,
that don't need to do that.
Oh yeah, there's different types of people there's different types of comedy for all different types of people, but you know, that's just like everything. I mean, what can you do? It's an art form. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could be said about comedy. I feel like we could talk about this for hours, but we're 46 minutes in, and I feel like we should talk about some of the other. What else did we have on the agenda? I know we had a few other things.
So there's ghosting. Oh,
ghosting.
Have you ever ghosted?
Ghosting. I probably have ghosted people because I'm antisocial as fuck, and I didn't even do it intentionally. Maybe I probably just did it in my past, because I probably felt like I didn't know what to say, so it was better not to say anything, and I was probably wrong for doing that. But I mean, whatever. That's in the past. The past isn't right now. The only thing that matters really right now. Nothing you can do to change the past. So, what do you have to say about ghosting?
Well, like yes and no. It was funny, and I didn't even think I wanted to talk about this until yesterday. I was on Twitter, going back to Twitter.
Mental asylum.
Some people were doing that. What is it? The audio or the speak things?
Yeah.
What are those called?
I don't know, but it's like Clubhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
they
live,
just go in there.
live speaking. Or
yeah. And they were talking about ghosting and if it's okay to do it. And I think it is because. Also, but for the right reasons. Like I don't think you should just ghost someone out of the blue without them even at least having some sort of idea of why they were ghosted. That's not mature, I think, because then, especially if you go back talking to the person. But anyways, I think they were saying that. So they were saying you have to like justify it. Like if you spoke to them about, okay, so the person you ghost, if you spoke to them about a certain issue, you know, that like was an important aspect of your friendship, or like if you have like certain standards or whatever. I also think that's okay to have expectations of your friends, like what you want in a friendship and all that. I think that's okay. And if someone's not meeting that expectation, you know, okay, well, sorry, it was nice knowing you. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, right. No, I agree.
Yeah, so I that's what they were talking about, and I was like, okay, well, I kind of agree with that idea of ghosting because I know I've been very immature about ghosting, and it's even been done to me. So even though I know how it feels, I think recently I have done it too, where I'll just block someone, and it's like, okay, well, I already told you, so
is what it is.
Yeah, so I'll think about it. Yeah, I'll think about if I want to be friends again. Hit you up, see how you are and everything. If it's like cool, and I don't know, that may seem toxic for some people for someone to do that, but I don't think it is because. If you have those expectations and you think you're at least meeting them yourself, and then they're not putting in that work, then yeah, you're gonna do it and you're gonna fucking cut them off, and it's not toxic. It's okay, and that's putting yourself first, and it's okay to do that. Mm-hmm. I mean, so
what can you do?
Ghosting.
I do think that it's okay. I don't know. In some cases, it probably is the best thing to do, but I don't know. I think that if you have enough respect for somebody, and I don't know, it sort of goes back to, I forget what we were talking about last week, where it was like that same type of thing where if you have enough respect to somebody, lying. It's that same type of thing. If you have enough respect to somebody, you should be able to tell them like, hey, yo, this is like I'm going to be totally honest with you. Like, I just don't think that our friendship is working out, or these are the things that I don't know, you're just negatively affecting me. If you have enough respect for that person, you should be able to have a conversation with them. But in some cases, just fucking cut them off straight up. I mean, what can you say?
See, I don't know about that, sister, because...
But is it avoiding it for your own good, or is it avoiding it for their good? Or
for their good, because, oh my god, the things I could say, and like,
okay,
damn.
I see what you're saying. I guess.
Yeah, I honestly, okay, why I ghost people is because like I'm done, bitch. Like, you know, you got me fucked up, and I'm hurt your feelings if I talk
End
to you.
all be all.
Because it's like, why are you doing this? Why are you like this?
Yeah. I guess, yeah. I mean, I unintentionally ghost people because, like, I ghost my friends even just because I'm fucking antisocial. I don't do social media and all that shit, so I don't know. But I don't ghost you on purpose, but it's just like, yeah, I mean.
So then you're that different type of ghosting.
Yeah, I don't do it intentionally where it's like, I hope this hurt your feelings, you motherfucker. Know what you did. You better know what you did. I'm not that type of person. But it's
see, even then, I also got over that because I'm like, okay, yeah, they probably don't give a fuck that I did that too.
Yeah.
They probably don't. They're fine too. So it's like, sometimes it doesn't even matter. And it's just good time off, I think. I think that's how I see something sometimes. I mean, because for me, like, I know it's so funny to talk about it. Shout out to the first one. I ghosted him because, you know, he did me dirty.
Yeah.
And I think a couple months had passed, and then we ended up going to a concert, and we became friends again.
Yeah.
But then I ghosted him again, and then he ghosted me, and then now we're friends again. So
I mean,
but then the last guy I dated actually ghosted me 2 times. So.
Damn.
Oops. Maybe
that karma came back
was
around.
Toxic. Maybe. I think there's reasons too behind it. We won't say it. We'll save it for another time. But yeah, you know, he had his reasons, and I don't blame him. But I did think he was a little bitch for it because I was like, oh, really? You couldn't just say it to my face, like you had to leave until you got out the door and like you text, like, come on,
right?
Kid shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
man.
I see what you're saying there. I mean, it's like if you were like if you knew this person for
not
X amount
shading.
of time,
I don't think that happened to me. Oh my god, it could have. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I saw it in a movie.
Wink, wink. But I mean, yeah, if you know somebody for X amount of time, it's like, I don't know. You should be able to have a conversation with somebody, but maybe not.
I do
You're
agree
right.
with
Maybe
that
not.
too. It just I think it depends on why you're ghosting them too. So yeah, like if it's
maybe it's better to not have the conversation because you don't want certain things to come out. I don't know.
No, yeah, like I said, I'll be mean. I am mean.
Right.
I think it's because I'm an Aries. See, it's different because you're Pisces. It makes sense. You see, guys, and if you guys agree with me, just let me know because it's true. Send it to us on Instagram at.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's that?
Yeah, You're Wrong Pod.
At You're Wrong Pod. Is there an underscore in there? I feel like there is.
I don't think there is.
I don't know, but you guys know how to spell Y-O.
It'll be in the description. I'll put it in the podcast description.
P-O-D.
It's in the YouTube description. I'll put it in the Spotify and Apple description or whatever. But yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. Some situations it's right. Some situations it's wrong. I guess. But
speaking of ghosting, I think she's done it. I think Adele. She released that album. It's been a month, I think.
30.
Mm-hmm. You guys, let me tell you. I don't think I was. I don't feel like I was grieving anything, but it still did its job. I related to every song. I think because I also listened to the old albums, and I didn't listen to them like when they came out. You know, I didn't give her recognition or whatever.
Yeah,
because I was a child. Why would I be listening to that?
I mean, she has some bangers back in my high school days or grade school, whatever.
Yeah, like I think it was Rolling in the Deep. Yeah, was one of the first ones.
Or Set Fire to the Rain.
Yeah, see, so those two I had heard, and I think one of them was in a movie. I'm number 4.
Probably.
I remember. See, weed doesn't fuck you up sometimes. Me like 10 minutes ago.
Helps you recall. Helps your memory sometimes.
No, it doesn't.
Directly.
Shit, I already got off fucking topic.
Adele, 30.
Oh, yeah, Adele. Oh my god. Okay. So like the first. Oh, well, I think I told you to listen to the album. Yes. So
yeah,
you listened to it.
Yeah, I did. You know, I gave it one listen over, and I mean, I have never listened to Adele really. I don't really listen to that much type of music. I'm more of like a hip hop person for the most part, and then I sprinkle in like a little bit of pop, a little bit of like alternative.
I agreed with what you said. Though.
Oldies, and I just felt like, I mean, the album was like a very personal album. There was a song where she was like directly speaking to her daughter. Her son, really? Mm-hmm. I thought it was her daughter. I swear to God, I thought it was a daughter. Directly speaking to her child. I mean, it was a lot of stuff surrounding, I don't know, did she like divorce somebody or something? See, so it felt very personal to me.
She did. Fuck.
And I don't know, I didn't really see it. It was a very emotion packed album. I mean, either like sad emotion, like empowering emotion.
Yeah, I think so the beginning is where she's like expressing like, damn, that love is over. Like,
yeah,
Strangers by Nature, it's a good song, you guys. It's like a Disney
I did like
song.
that one. I'll admit,
it sounds like a Disney song.
I was gonna say that was one song that
quoted that.
before you even said Disney song, when you texted that to me, I was thinking in my mind it sounded very theatrical, which is like the same sense. Mm-hmm. It's like with the instrumentation that was going on, and like you could feel the emotion behind it.
Yeah, but
so
even
I
with
agree.
that song, she's literally saying like that love is dead, blah blah blah, and
right
by like the middle, where I think To Be Loved and I Drink Wine, like those are really good songs. But she's like, she's just
shout out to wine
herself. Damn, yeah. Take a swig of the wine. I need to drink some more because I keep tasting it, and then I'm like, oh my god, alcohol.
Wine is different. Let me just be very honest. Wine makes me feel like
you get drunk fast. No, with wine.
White wine gets me like pretty drunk kind of fast. I feel like red wine is like the one that's more strong than white wine for the most part, but I've come to like white wine. But anyways, I Drink Wine.
Yeah, that's such a good fucking song, and I think I had to listen to the album more than once. Yeah, I think to even acknowledge it and like actually understand it, because I don't think I did the first time. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But
that's with like most albums, I feel like, too.
Yeah, but I still actually, the singles that are like I think popular, I did like those, so it was nice that everyone had the same reaction. I think no one, like there wasn't one person that didn't like the album. You know, like it was a good ass album.
Yeah,
I'm not like being biased or anything. I just
I see what you're saying. I
like,
think that
it's a whole cohesive story with all the like the first album. What is it, 18, and then like 19 or some shit like that, and then it just goes on because something be happening in those ages is so true. I mean, not who knows? Not hopefully not 25 for me. I'm about to be 25 next year, but I know 24 was. Whew, damn, God damn.
Shit. 24 could have been an album heavy. Or what?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be in the movie. I think what is it? TV show? Who knows? Because
one day
I keep it. No, I mean I told me and my friends think a movie right now, but
shit,
we got seasons. So
that's LA. That's an LA mindset.
Like this is the
Chicago
season.
Oh, the Chicago season. Okay.
Oh my god, it's crazy. Like I have so many clippings.
Fucking life is a movie for everybody, no matter what walk of life you're from.
Yeah, so let me please take that back, because I don't want to have like something happen like last week where my stupid ass literally said I was the main character on Instagram, and next thing you know I'm being chased in the car. Like I didn't ask for that role. Please,
you put that shit out into the universe. The universe responded,
and it's true. My friend told me, I can show you right now too. She said, as after I posted, like, stop, bitch, Spirit's gonna check your ass.
Yeah.
Spirit did. So
I'm not an astrological person, but I think I'm a spiritual person in some sense, and I think that energy you put out, I mean, shit, that's just empowering.
Yeah, that's why I always try and be like, oh, okay, thank you. Like I just say thank you whenever, and I'm like, oh, okay, got that over, got my thank yous out the way. So other than that, if I feel like if I don't say something, or like if I act like the way I acted last week, then yeah, some shit's I'm gonna get checked real good.
Right. Okay, so I mean, yeah, wrapping up with the Adele thing.
Oh yeah, okay. So that was that for the Adele album. I mean, I don't really have much. Yeah, that's my bitch. I just wanted to give her recognition. Also, last month, Summer Walker, the album came out. Still not over it. Still over it, I think.
Right.
Oh god. So I didn't like it at first. Also, I was like, damn, this shit kind of sucks. It's not. Yeah, because the first one, over it, I just listened to it, and immediately it was like, oh damn, this banger after banger.
Right, straightforward. Right.
And then this one, like, I think you have to listen to it at least more than once, because there's like monologues in there, like Sierra's prayer. People were excited for that because of Sierra, and you know, she was hot shit back then. I wasn't like, oh my god, because it's just her talking. It's an actual prayer, like someone's praying. So I mean, like,
right. I mean, there's interludes in albums like that.
Okay,
type of shit.
There we go.
Yeah, it's like an interlude.
So the album was good. What was that song? I don't know what that song was. The first single that came out. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
There was one with Drake, wasn't there?
That was, I think, in the other album. But yeah, that one's good too.
The one with the pink,
with or without
pink
Drake
cover, or whatever, with her on the phone.
That's over it. So the new album is still over it.
Oh, right.
And then okay, this is a song too. I Hate You. Oh my god, you guys.
That says a one.
If you guys relate to, just let me know. Come on.
Drop a comment.
If you have good music taste, say you have good music taste. If you like SZA, Summer Walker, Adele, who else? You want to talk about Juice WRLD?
Yeah, I did want to talk about that album. I mean, Juice WRLD album came out. I told Andres to listen to it, but he totally disregarded it, I guess.
You guys know how mental health. Damn, you just see messages and you're like rotting in bed.
I mean, I don't know. I just want to talk about the Juice WRLD album because you had the Adele album, so I figured that
I'll give my little 2 cents in next week.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I saw him live, by the way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Camp Flog also, but
you're
gonna be mad,
right?
I didn't want to see him. I was in the barricade middle, and I was facing the other way, trying to get out, and I couldn't get out. Yeah,
you're wrong for that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and I'm also gonna get canceled for this, and this isn't what I was gonna talk about earlier, but
oh shit, what are you about to say?
I booed Drake. I did boo him off.
Oh, you were at that one?
Yeah, I was mad. Damn. I really
Why?
was a
Who did you want to see?
Frank Ocean. Who
oh my
else?
fucking god! It's Drake.
It's Frank Ocean.
It's Drake.
Frank Ocean.
Drake.
And I saw Frank. Oh,
Drake.
I didn't see him. No,
I
didn't. I was standing outside the gate at FYF Fest, listening to Frank, and like there was 2 other people I met, and they were really nice. That was like a very main character moment. We were trying to sneak in. Me and the guy did not sneak in, sadly. And the girl that was with us did sneak in, of course, because girls get everything, and that's okay.
Oh, God.
Bitches.
Wait, what? I thought you hated men because they get everything, they have all the power. I'm confused.
No.
Anyways.
Girls have that pussy power. The cooter guy.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
You should probably bleep that, but I could say cooter.
I mean, there's probably a lot of other things that should have been beeped, but I don't really care to do all that. It doesn't really matter. We're already past that point. We talked about vaccines and shit, so we're already canceled.
Did we talk about vaccines?
Really. I don't know. We said the word, so
you
we're
don't
pretty much
want to get a
canceled
booster,
already.
Right? I'm gonna
anyways,
get a booster, when I get it, I'm not like making any plans to get it because I don't have to. But if they put a gun to my head, and like, you need to get the vaccine, or you're
gonna. How do we even get here? Where the fuck did we even get here from? Juice WRLD.
Yeah. Oh,
so
Juice WRLD did drugs, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Slander him like that.
I mean, listen, I don't know. I have a few things to say about the Juice WRLD album. I thought the album was very personal, just like the Adele album a little bit. I don't think it was as narrative driven as the Adele album was, like you said, but
she really uses her feelings, and it's okay.
I think that everything that Juice WRLD said was very authentic because, I mean, I'm sure that like real Juice WRLD fans know, and I'm not saying that I'm a super real Juice WRLD fan, but I am definitely a fan of him.
Did you see him?
He pretty much, no, I never saw him. But he pretty much freestyled every song that he ever did. It was like all freestyled. So I feel like when you're freestyling, it's a straight just flow of consciousness. So real things are gonna come up. I mean, you can't, and a lot of also like narrative driven things are gonna come up as well because you're just making patterns and words fit and rhyme schemes and everything. But the Juice WRLD album felt very these songs felt more like he was fighting demons than the last album, and I think that makes sense because it was called Fighting Demons. And the last album felt more like there was songs that were like more like radio hits, like things that could like live on outside of the album. I mean, there was a couple songs on this album that like felt like that, but I feel like it felt more personal to like his struggles and the fact that he was fighting demons and shit like that, which makes total sense because that's what the album was called. But I don't know. I think that the Juice WRLD story is very interesting because there's this guy, when he died, he had like over 2,000 unreleased songs, like fully recorded songs. And so I think that there's a lot of work that they could do, but it's like the whole thing is like,
I didn't let him rest too. I don't know.
I agree. And I think that, you don't know.
I don't know if that's a selfish thing to say too.
Well, you don't know that
I know if my fave died, I would release that shit, bitch.
Right. But the thing is, like 700 of his songs have been released and leaked on SoundCloud. So it's like his fans have a lot of music. But I think the weird thing with albums, posthumous albums, is you have these songs. You're just trying to figure out the story to tell.
Oh yeah, because you can't find it out.
But also, yeah, exactly. They're dead. You know, he could have by this time realized he had a drug issue, really realized it, started to get sober, and been in a completely different headspace. You know what I mean? So you never know what could have happened in an artist's life. I think it's such an interesting thing.
And shit.
He was very under the influence of like opiates, Percocets, lean, and stuff like that. And I don't.
Percocet.
I mean, yeah.
Have you?
I only did one in like my high school days. I don't even remember it that much.
Julio, I'm sorry, but
I think that those drugs are the worst drugs of all, opiates, because they really create a physical dependence on your body. It's just really terrible. I don't even know if I didn't hear the name. I don't know what you said, but I don't know. So that's what I had to say about the Juice WRLD thing. I mean, if you wanna talk more about it when you listen about it next week, I have some more shit that I could say about it, but that's like a conversation that we could have. I'll listen to the Adele album a little bit more. We could have a more fleshed out conversation about that.
Yeah, Juice WRLD. I mean, because I already know what I'm gonna listen when I hear him, because it is all just drugs, and not in a bad way. You know, like
not
Mac
all
Miller,
of it though.
That's like his music too. I mean, like suffering with addiction, stuff like that.
I mean, it's also like the lifestyle of like a rich and famous rapper, and how sort of how that can lead you, if you're susceptible into mental health issues and stuff like that, into drugs, but also fighting with the idea of like, does all the drugs that I do make me a bad person? I don't think it does. Maybe it does in some sense, though. It's like these inner battles.
With that. I mean, you do drugs. So what?
I mean, fucking drugs mental health is a huge issue in this world, and I think that.
Yeah. I mean, I know I use it because I get anxious, so I'll smoke weed. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that a lot of people.
I sleep good too when I do it.
Yeah.
So.
And weed is like not one of those things where it's like very worrisome, but it's like if you have a mental health issue and you get to the level where you're doing heroin, that's when it's like, like you gotta reach out. Yeah, nah, fuck all that shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to say anything else about that. I don't know if you got something else we want to move on to.
Oh my god, yeah. So I forgot actually. So I had Potbelly today, you guys. I'm coming for them. I said I was.
Oh shit.
So where are these streets right here?
This is Taylor Street in Laughlin.
Okay, so the Potbelly in Chicago on Taylor and fucking Laughlin, you guys. They were so fucking rude, and it was my first time in Potbelly's. And you know, I'm the type of person that I kind of get anxious before I go in somewhere, and it's like my first time because I'm like, damn, what are they gonna say? Like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna be fucking assholes if I fuck up. Sure enough, as I was looking at the menu, she's like, can I help you? And I was like, oh fuck. So I panicked and I got the fucking chicken sandwich, like some basic ass shit. It was good. It was still good, and I would get it again, but I got that. Second, I think I fucked up the second time she was like, what kind of bread do you want? And I'm like, I don't know what bread they have, but it's apparently just two options. And I asked if there was sourdough. And she's
Wheat and white.
No, we don't have sourdough. Stupid of me to ask because I thought it looked like a place where they would have all these types of bread. No, it's just two. That's weird. Anyways.
That is a good point.
Yeah, they should have variety.
They look like they would have more options in Subway. That's a great point.
Honestly, my old coworker hyped it up, Potbelly, but whatever. I don't think it was like, oh my god. I would get Panera a little bit more, but
well,
I wouldn't get the chicken, not for Panera. I think I would get Potbelly, even though it kind of tasted like it was frozen. I don't know, still good. Who's this hoe?
Fucking Ivy over it. Fucking Ivy. In a charger.
Fucking hoe and Daisy Big Chillin'. But anyways, yeah. So she literally asked me, what side do you want? And I was like, I didn't even want a side. I just wanted the fucking sandwich. But now I feel even more pressured to go with her expectations. So then I asked for mac and cheese. She's like, we don't have mac and cheese. Oh, fuck me, bitch. Apparently they didn't there. And this is why I'm even more mad, because I connected all the dots at the end. So she's like, we don't have mac and cheese. And I'm like, well, what do you guys have? And I shit you not, she looks at the menu and starts listing the items. As if, bitch, I'm looking at the menu already. You don't have to do that because I know what you're doing, bitch. But I mean, what is available, since clearly the mac and cheese is not available, you dumb fucking cunt. And I wish I knew your fucking name, bitch. But I'm pretty sure you were the one with the red fucking hair or the red fucking suit on.
Shots.
Anyways, so she tells me that they don't have mac and cheese. I'm like, okay, well, what do you guys have? She's like, la, la, la. So then I ask for broccoli and cheddar, and she's like, we don't have that. Oh no, she's like, we do have it. And I'm like, okay, I'll get that, please. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, thank you. And she's like, you're welcome. And it was very passive aggressive, and it didn't need to be. So then I just stood there for like a hot second. And then I just move on to the next because I don't know what was going on. So then they asked me if I'm ready. The nice girl at the end says that there's no broccoli and cheddar, but I'm looking at broccoli and cheddar right next to her fucking hand, next to her fucking phone. And I think she's about to go on lunch or something because she's literally saying, oh, we don't have the broccoli and cheddar. And I'm like, she's like, what do you want? We have chili, blah, blah. And I was like, I'll just get the chili, please. And because I was being so well-mannered, she gave me like a bigger size for free. She gave me a drink for free. And she was like, I'm so sorry. This was your first experience here. So, Leanne, thank you for not being a fucking bitch.
Shout out, Leanne.
Other coworkers. I fucking love you. You're doing it right. Please.
You know what's crazy? I had a manager named Leanne at McDonald's that I used to hate. That's hilarious. Shout out to you, Leanne.
No, fuck you, Leanne, if you're a cunt.
And yeah.
But it's not even my first time where like I get rude ass employees when I'm like being very nice. It happened, not to go on a tangent, but it happened another time at Dunkin' Donuts where I was getting everyone donuts and they ignored me and they got the guy that came after me. And I don't know if I was standing in the wrong area or something, but I think I started shaking once I got like upset. Yeah, I had my card. I was mad. I was turning red. And I told her, I was like, you just ignored me. I was like, and you guys are probably making fun of me because I hear you guys laughing. I said all that and I started shaking. I was like, can I speak to your manager? Oh my God.
Karen.
So, yeah, I busted a Karen. And
I had a guy try to sell me weed in a Dunkin' Donuts window one day. I was like, I got to get to class, really? Bruh. Yeah, it's a young Mexican dude. Shout out to you. But I also knew a guy that worked at Dunkin' Donuts that got caught for stealing $20 and fired. Out the register. I mean, he should have known, bro. I mean, I was a manager at McDonald's. We got They got cameras. I mean, they'll watch you take $20 out of the fucking register.
Yeah, that's dumb though to take money, especially like if you're in a store like
a chain.
And those you have cameras too, though. I mean, it's common sense. Why would
you?
Idiot.
Right.
So my stupid ass slept with the fucking AC on yesterday and the heater facing my face while I was covered up with blankets. And then I think I got up in the middle of the night, showered, and then I slept butt ass naked. So
showered in the middle of the night?
Yeah, like at 1 in the morning.
That's the weirdest thing ever. What?
I woke up really fucking high, and then I drank like water. I had munchies too. It was a crazy night. I had gotten a refund from like Cash App. So I was like, let me transfer this real quick. And I'm glad I did because something else, but whatever.
Damn.
It's been very eventful these last 24 hours. And I'm glad to see tomorrow's about to have a stretch. Let me drink this wine, please.
It's Wednesday. Or it's about to be Wednesday. Tuesday. Hump day.
You ain't shit. These cats, I can't wait to get a second cat.
They'll be better friends probably.
I think I'm pretty much done with what I had to say today.
Yeah, I mean, we're an hour 15 in. I feel like this is pretty official. I mean, the only other thing that I want to touch on was Kanye, or the Louis Vuitton Kanye West thing. I mean,
I think Kanye's a little crazy person. Should he be in charge of things?
That's fair, but I mean, I also think Kanye has a lot of cultural pull. So the whole thing with this was, what's next for Louis Vuitton? After following Virgil Abloh's tragic passing, I'll take a cookie in a second, definitely. So I mean, people are trying to figure out what's next. So I had saw a post. It was a couple days back where they had rumored that Kanye West would have possibly, it wasn't like for sure, it could have just been totally hearsay, could have possibly taken over at Louis Vuitton for Virgil Abloh. I read the comments of this post, and a lot of people were opposed to it for some. A lot of people were like,
people don't like Kanye now.
But you can hate Kanye or love Kanye, but Kanye, I mean,
I think actually also has to do with how he treated Kim. I don't know, maybe.
Virgil came up under Kanye. I mean, he came up as a part of Kanye's Donda create, like, and they interned at Fendi together. They moved to Paris together. They built a lot. I mean, I'm sure that Kanye had a lot of influence in building not what was Pyrex 23 before.
Isn't his fashion ugly?
Virgil moved into Off-White. And that's another thing that I did want to say was, I mean, I'm not a. I sort of like Kanye's
oversized shit. I don't get it.
Aesthetic.
And that torn stuff. What?
Yeah, it's an interesting, and that's another interesting conversation to be had because like Kanye's
is it art or is it laziness?
Kanye's aesthetic versus Virgil's aesthetic are very two different ideas of fashion. I guess. I mean, Virgil is very street, very like sort of hype aware. I would say. I don't know if he like. I think he sort of.
What does that mean?
Creates a lot of hype culture. I mean, it's like the whole hype beast termination or what? I don't know why I was going to say termination, like you're getting fired or something. But like the hype beast term where it's like, you're like very involved with and you like rock a lot of like hype brands that have a lot of clout and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. So I think that was more
just ugly. Sorry, I'm a thrift.
I mean, I don't disagree with you in that sense. Sometimes. It's like just because you throw a bunch of labels on doesn't mean that you're dripping or some shit. I mean, you know what I mean?
But people pay money for that shit.
Yeah. But I also do think that people have the freedom
because I'm the same way a little bit. I like with my Dr. Martens. I don't like wearing other shoes.
Right. And that's fair. But I don't know. I just thought that this was interesting that people were so opposed to this. When me, it was like before I had even saw this, and I hadn't even thought about like who would be like replacing Virgil at Louis Vuitton, and I haven't even thought of Off-White either because I did totally forget that he started Off-White. He was the creative director, the head designer at Off-White. That's his whole company. He was just the creative director at Louis Vuitton. He was just brought in, a few years back, which was a huge move. But the interesting thing with me was like Louis Vuitton and Kanye West styling, like Kanye West aesthetic. I just think that would be an interesting switch, and I would be interested to see how they would switch from Louis Vuitton under Virgil to Louis Vuitton under Kanye West. I just thought that'd be really interesting. But another note on that was also they do have some room apparently because I just read this article from Ellie Australia where they had made a mention that the next upcoming show for them for Louis Vuitton, which will be in January, is 95% complete. So it's not like they need somebody right now. They still have some time to figure this out, figure out what they're doing. But I will say, I don't think Kanye West is a terrible idea. I think he has a lot of cultural pull. In fashion, he's a billionaire, and it's mostly from Yeezy and his partnerships with Adidas. He's a very...
I don't know about clothes, so...
Yeah.
I just know if it looks nice, I'm going to get it.
Right. Mm-hmm. But, he's a very tried and true person in product development. So I don't think that it would be such a wrong step for them to move to Kanye West. I don't know if they're going to do that. Who fucking knows at this point? Who knows
bag ponchos.
Who knows what they're going to do with
like,
anything?
What did he make Kim wear at that fucking Donda thing? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that, like, giant gown with...
Yeah, face was all covered.
I don't know. I think that was Balenciaga, though.
Is that good? Yeah, but why?
Huh?
See?
I don't know.
It was ugly.
I don't disagree with you. But, it's a statement. I don't know. It's not, fashion is weird. I don't know. Fashion is very weird. So, yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, well, didn't we say we want to do, like, a little outro?
Yeah, we do. We're getting this show together a little bit. We're now on, I think since last time we didn't really update or anything, but we're on Spotify. So if you listen on Spotify, shout out to you. Follow the podcast.
And Apple Podcasts.
We're on Apple Podcasts. If you're
on Apple Podcasts, you can leave a review.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't going to say that. Leave a review.
If you 1 star, you ain't shit, but if that's how you feel.
If you're going to 1 star, don't even leave a review. Just go fuck off.
It's okay.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Go ahead.
Please, I'll
kill
kill
the
myself.
criticism.
I actually will kill myself.
Constructive criticism. Oh, shit. But yeah, if you listen to Apple Podcasts, shout out to you. Follow the show. I think we're on some other ones. So if you listen, I just put it on whatever I could. So if you're listening on like Stitcher or Amazon or Google,
some work on this shit, making it legit for us.
Big vibes. But if you're on any other of those ones, shout out to you. Follow the podcast, leave us a rating, download, whatever all that is. And also we have an Instagram page. We just dropped the name earlier, but You're Wrong Pod.
I hope it's that. I think it is that.
I'm pretty sure it's that.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like they made me put an underscore in there somewhere, but I don't think I did.
I don't think that's it. No, I think it's You're Wrong Pod. You're Wrong Pod. I'll try to put it in the description of wherever you're listening. But go follow the IG.
You know, minions. If you like minions, that's what's up.
Little yellow fellas. If you're a minion, follow the IG. And that's all for the week of whatever week we're on.
Yeah, bye, fellow pup boys. We'll see you guys or talk to you guys. Yeah, talk to you guys next week.
Next Thursdays.
Laters.
Peace.
Hoes.